Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Binding of Isaac. My thighs are on fire, and I decided to do squats yesterday, like just adding them to my workouts. And man, they were easy at the time. I felt like I could have done 1,000,000. And now it's just, jeez. I only did like 60 total over 3 sets with 50 pounds. And man, today I am regretting that. I could do like 3 times as many calf raises. Like 60 per set is what I do. Whatever, man. I've decided screw the rules. I don't want to keep playing Eve and Samson, but I'll go back to it soon. So I'm playing Judas, and then tomorrow I'll play Maggie, and then we'll go back to Eve and Samson. So Judas starts with highest damage, has the highest damage multiplier, 1.35. Only 1 red heart, slightly lower speed, 3 cents, no keys, no bombs, and the Book of Belial, which, upon use, doubles my damage for the remainder of the room, duration of the room if I use it at the start, and recharges every 3 rooms. And this is the downfall of Judas, is his low health for the most part. Because, I mean, usually the early game's really easy. But if you happen to take 2 hits, you'll die. Maybe even 1 hit in certain situations. So you really need health up early. And, well, that's pretty much all you need early. And then a little bit later you can worry about your damage. Because you do need more damage than he has base. But every damage up is more damage up for Judas than for another character. Any other character. So, yeah, health primary concern. Hopefully I get something like, I don't know, lard would be okay. The peeper, this will pop out my left eye, increase damage from my left eye by 1, which is 1.35 for Judas, and it'll bounce around like that, and just like Peep's eyes. And that will do pretty high damage to enemies that it hits. It's a decent item overall. And I suppose anything that's a damage up for Judas is always something you want. Always good. And we get a health up, so this run's going well so far. We've got a sort of damage up. We've got a key for the next item room, which is right here. And we have a health up. So this has been appearing like every single run so far for a while. And I don't know why it's not actually as common, usually, as it has been. Charm of the Vampire, every 13 kills, you get a half of a heart of recovery. So, I mean, it's okay. And that was definitely silly damage. But, I don't know, I would have preferred some other item from the item room. Lots of good options. Like, you know, health and damage would be great. Health would be great, damage would be great. Rusted Key increases the drop rate of keys and golden chests. Pill was bad trip, which could be catastrophic because I'm now down to just a half a heart. Which means it's quite easy to die if I don't get health soon. I'm going to use the Book of Belial here. And I'm going to prioritize... Oh, I died. Okay, well, we're just going to restart because that was early. Curse of the Labyrinth means that there are twice as many rooms. 2 item rooms, 2 boss rooms, but only 1 shop. Because it is... Even though it's the basement, rather, there's only... There's not only, I'm not saying anything right there. The item rooms require keys to access, instead of like neither requiring keys since it's the first floor, or only 1 requiring a key. So that Eternal Heart there will become a health up. Should I get to the next floor while still holding it. Don't let me forget it this time like I did previously. And we've got Wrath, where, you know, Book of Belial is certainly worth it. The floor is big enough that I will get a recharge. Like, normally I don't like to use it on non-boss rooms in the basement and cellar, since I won't likely get another recharge for it. And it looks like we don't have an option but taking that, so... I mean, I could have bombed it, but I don't think it's worth a bomb. I'll just try and avoid damage, which likely won't happen, so I'm probably sacrificing health up. Unfortunately. Okay, come on, Spider, cooperate a little more. Yeah, this could be tricky. I mean, if I get soul hearts, at least one soul heart, one is probably enough, really. I can avoid losing it almost certainly for the rest of the floor. But as a... I wouldn't count on it. In fact, I think it's worth it to go to the shop and see if there's a soul heart in there. Because in the end, it would be 5 cents to get a health up. Which, that's pretty much what it would be. So that's definitely worth it. Unfortunately, there wasn't. If I had 15 cents, I could get the Book of Revelations, which would give me a soul heart. But I don't know if I'm ready to give up the Book of Belial. I'd certainly buy it and use it once. But I don't know if that's something that I would keep for the rest of the run. Because it's a little early, like I just said, to give up the Book of Belial. And we get a free Tinted Rock from that bomb guy. Mullaboom or Mullagoon? I forgot. I think it's Mullaboom. And we finally find our first item room. Yeah. I'm just trying to do this the safest way possible in order to avoid taking damage, if at all possible. In our first item room, we get the bomb bag. That's really not that good. That'll drop a bomb for me every 2 or 3 rooms or something. It's frequently. So I won't have like a bomb famine or anything. Guess that means I'll be generous with my bomb use. That wasn't a soul heart, and that could have hurt me. Let's open this, because I have an extra key. Wheel of Fortune, why not? But a pill, and its bombs are key. That's fine. More keys for me. And this room shouldn't be too tough. I'd say this... I mean, item-wise it's not going better, but I'd say overall it's going better than the first run where I just died. Oh, there goes the Eternal Heart. Took me a while to lose it. And Celtic Cross. Celtic Cross is good. That's, every so often we will get invincibility, just randomly when we're hit. But all in all, I'd say that this hasn't been an amazing first floor, first 2 floors, because after this we'll go right to the caves. Oh, I could die again. That'd be just my luck. High Priestess will summon Mom's Foot to stomp on an enemy. Really? 2 coins? 2 cents? That's all that was for? So I'm expecting to fight Famine and, you know, maybe Little Steven. Or Steven, rather. Not just Little Steven when it's the boss. Oh, now I get a soul heart. Thanks. Thanks. You're just a little bit late. I will finish the floor. Well, no, I'll fight a boss, use the Book of Belial, and then finish the floor where I'll likely get another Book of Belial charge to use on the other boss. That's how you should do these things. Famine, I think that's what I predicted. All according to Keikaku. Probably butchered that pronunciation. But translators note that means Keikaku means plan. I don't know how many of you got that reference, but I wouldn't have a couple months ago. Though I have watched it and seen it or read it long ago, just not that translation. So we will go continue to get another charge, hopefully. That's a free Tinted Rock. Well, not free. Not free at all. But I have a bomb to access it, so it's good enough. And look, another bomb. We get a soul heart. That's cool. Small rock's a great item for Judas. But, well, neither of the Tinted Rocks have given me small rocks, so that doesn't matter. Oh, I haven't explained Cube of Meat yet. Cube of Meat will rotate around us, block enemy tiers, and damage any enemy that it happens to come into contact with. That's like a trademarked speech at this point. And we'll go fight the other boss. I still have the High Priestess, but it's kind of not really worth it at this point. Because, I mean, the bosses are so easy, it'd probably one-shot them, especially if it's Monstro. Blighted Ovum, that's kind of Steven. Guess I should use this. I mean, it's another Gemini clone for the most part. And we'll go down super easily. We'll get a speed up, which you kind of do need one with Judas. And that's it for this floor. We get Catacombs 1, of course not Caves 1. That would just be too easy if this game ever gave me an easier floor. Cellar XL, Catacombs 1, what you want from me? But as always, we will be looking for the item room, which is right here. Let's see if... I don't want to go to that then. One bomb and one key for that golden chest, maybe. Now this is possibly a terrible, terrible choice. Number one will make me have max tears, so I fire very quickly. I'm peeing on people now. God, it wasn't worth it. Sometimes it is, you never know. But it minimizes my range. I do believe that it makes it more likely that I will come across a range up, but it's a chance. It's a risk here. Because I do have to do everything from very close. Though with Judas I have high damage, this is, you know, a reasonably good investment. I would have appreciated if you had blown up that tinted rock for me. Where we don't get the small rock, but we get the flat penny. The flat penny is good. What that does is, every time we pick up a coin, there's a 50% chance that a key will drop next to it. So that's excellent, and we're getting a lot of soul hearts, which is definitely a positive. Oh, that was a bad hit. Definitely didn't have to take it at all. At least like I was just talking about, I'm getting generous soul heart drops. I may as well fight the boss now. The Hollow is a Diagonal Layer Junior, and with my low range, this could be a little tricky, but with my high damage and rate of fire, this also is made easier. So I'd say it's probably a pretty fair trade. And one of the Hollows is already dead. The other one will fall shortly after. If my range can get to him. One more pass. And he's dead. We get Squeezy, which is tears up and 2 soul hearts, so largely useless because I already have max rate of fire. May as well pop that. Technically worth it. And made even more worth it by the extra keys I'm getting. And we have to deal with the devil. But I can't afford it. So I will just pass. Unfortunately. Health up would have been nice. Then I could have afforded either a damage up or Flight and Spectral Tears, which is definitely a good pickup for, you know, any situation. And in our shop, we get Nun's Habit, which is an excellent item. And we also get Soul Heart. Nun's Habit is an item that gives you half of a recharge for your spacebar item, so 3 bars, every time you take a hit. So 2 hits, any 2 hits, will give you a full charge on any spacebar item. It's really, really good. With Book of Belial, it's alright, but later if I do replace the Book of Belial with like anything but the candle, like say the nail, it's a huge, huge pickup where a lot of the times you can go totally even for damage taken, and geez, this deal with the devil is just like persisting. It wants me to take it. Well, now it's gone. And I'll continue on to the next floor. I don't think I forgot to do anything. I didn't have enough bombs to check for the secret room thoroughly, and we've been having really good luck with item room locations. Like, they're just right next to our spawn every time. So I'm hoping for, honestly, range ups, something. Because if I get a few range ups, I'm in a quite good position. We get Heart, which is health up by 1 and full health. So not a bad pickup. I do need health. Because, of course, it's a bit early to be relying on soul hearts, since there's a lot of time to lose them. Of course, Celtic Cross now giving me some invincibility. which I can never really complain about. And, I mean, this room will take a little while. I have to curve my P here. But I can also just do it this way, and it'll be fine. Oh, look how happy he is. Coin, key. Yeah, my key troubles are probably going to be solved for the rest of the game, just by the end of the next couple floors. Now this room's only a little bit tricky due to my range and the host. But, yeah, he's dead. Got another bomb, that's always good. Let's just check for the secret room now. I probably have enough to check the whole floor. Not for the top secret room, but probably for the secret room. It's probably right there, even. Nope. So I don't think I'll go to the shop this floor. I don't really have enough money for that. Which means right now I'm just kind of looking for the boss. Kill him, complete my travels. I mean, I will be going through every room anyway. But the boss is always a nice thing. See what we get from it. You know, have good times. Oh, Gazing Globin, I don't want to mess with you. But max tears really does have a good impact when you're Judas, or just when you have high damage, but Judas is kind of high damage by default, which is why I say it has a good impact with Judas. So all I want from this boss is damage up or range up, or both, but I don't think anything can really do that. Unless Jesus Juice actually does give the tears and range up, or just even the range up, that it says it does instead of just damage times 1.5, which is a great pickup for Judas. And we are fighting a champion Pestilence, which will drop another cube of meat, which will turn my current cube of meat into a familiar that will shoot along with me, and still rotate and all that. So we have a little extra firepower, but it has more range than I do. So that's a plus. And there's our secret room, where we get enough money to go to the shop, which means it's a stop that I'll be making. We also get enough keys to go to like every room ever for the rest of the game, which is also cool. I like to blow up this TNT even though it has pretty much no impact on anything. Champion Larry Jr. is blue, which means it will drop a soul heart for me when I kill it, or 2. 2 is totally fine. You're not limited to 1, Mr. Larry Jr. And we get a golden key, and that allows me to open every locked door, chest, or anything that requires a key for the rest of the floor. For the whole floor, if I had gotten it at the start. I'll use a bomb to go to this here golden chest, since I can unlock it for free. And it wasn't really worth it, but I guess I did get it for free. And I will pick up the treasure map and the soul heart. Continue on my way. What the treasure map does is it shows us the layout of the room, of the floor rather. And it shows us the secret room, but not the top secret room. Luck up, that's cool, I guess. I think that just increases my chance of getting a drop at the end of a room. And we have a challenge room, which I will pass on. So I'll know where all the rooms are, but I won't know what rooms they are. So I can see, well, I'll show you on the next floor. You'll see on the next floor, really, if I don't get Curse of Darkness. If I do, well, that's unfortunate. But this run is going quite well, I'd say. Oh, we got the freezing game thing, as always. So we just wait. And wait. And it'll start up, and then we might have a curse, we might have nothing. Who knows? Anything could happen. Taking its time, as always. White screen, also normal. Won't skip it because then I'd probably go freeze again. Oh look, nothing. It's Necropolis. But here's the secret room, don't even have to waste bombs looking for it. And in the secret room we find a 1-up, which is exactly as it is in most games. One more life. If I die, I will respawn. I'll have the same number of red hearts as I did when I died. Like, I'll have full health, but no soul hearts. And this fire could try and shoot me, but it didn't. Got another key, which I hardly need. It's tricky with the low range that I have. But I think I'll make it out without taking damage. Yes, I've already been to that secret room, but thank you for the kind thoughts. Had I known you'd do that for me, I wouldn't have used a bomb. But how would I have known? And this room shouldn't be hard at all. Just abuse their patterns. Those I've been getting stuck in my movements. Like, I'll be holding right, and then I'll just continue moving right when I start holding left or something. Which is, potentially fatal kind of deal. Health up in the chest. This is why I've been going to chests. Things like that are excellent. Thank you, Mega Troll Bomb. And as keeping with my standard, I have not been unable to complete one of these rooms ever. Like, it hasn't ended my run at any point in time. I'll fight the boss right now, why not? Just Necropolis. Wow, I regret that decision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the heart, and then I'm going to use the High Priestess, and hopefully that'll just kill the mask right away. Of course we're fighting Mask of Infamy. Excellent, my plan worked as intended. So hopefully this pill's great. Telepills all the way back here, well that's annoying. Well, I'll go back and find out what the other pills do later then. Hopefully they're range up. Like, honestly, I don't think I want anything more right now than 2 range up pills. Well, I guess damage up in some manner. So now I'll look for the item room. These guys are annoying. I don't know their names. They do a full heart of damage though. And I just want to kill them as quickly as possible, I'd say. Oh, almost took a hit there. Missing page is a 5% chance that when you get hit, you activate the Necronomicon, and it does significant damage to every enemy in the room. So in that room, we pick up the odd mushroom, the fat one, in that item room, and that's an excellent item. It is damage up by 1, as well as health up by 1, which is quite nice. I think it also lowers my speed by 1, but, you know, I'm not too upset about it. It's kind of alright. And key is definitely not worth a bomb when I'm generating keys like it's my job. And, I mean, I feel good about my damage now. Definitely feel good about my damage. I still want more. Always want more. Damage is like the best stat. Quite literally. Shop's not worth it. I don't have the money for that. But I'll do this. That wasn't particularly worth it. I will use the Book of Belial once. Because of course I can use it twice per room now. Or thrice per room. As many times per room as I can take 2 hits. Due to the nun's habit. But I think I'll only need it once. If I take another hit, well, that's cool. That's an extra half charge for me. Well, actually, taking just 1 hit doesn't actually help me charge it, because it'll still take 2 rooms after that hit, due to it only charging 2 ticks at once. But of course I did take a hit, which is not something I desire. Just kind of happens. 1 bomb, why not? Some good diagonal walk in there. Not too hard. I'd say horizontal and vertical walking are harder, but possible. I've done it in a video before. And I'll complete this last room, get a charge on my Book of Belial, go see what those other pills do. Ah, Gluttony. I already got his drop, which is the heart for health up and full health. So I don't think he can drop anything, but I could be wrong. Well, that's annoying. I lost the soul heart I just picked up from that Mega Troll Bomb, so that really sucks. But let's see what this pill is. Health up, luck down. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass on that. I'll take a telepills because why not? I'll go up first. Depths 2, I don't want to fight the boss before I've visited every room because after the boss I'm not able to leave that room due to all the doors disappearing. So that just means that if I run into the boss room, I just won't go unless I've finished. Which is inconvenient, but these things happen. Keys still coming crazy fast, though after the boss room I will be abandoning my good buddy the Flat Penny, because I need to pick up the Polaroid in order to be successful in successful in beating the chest, because I can't go to the chest without. Anarchist Cookbook is not a book I desire. Just spawns 6 troll bombs about the room. Not very good in most situations, so I just won't take it. And this room is a room I welcome anytime that the game wants to give it to me. As is this room, I'd say. Because, I mean, guts are just great. They follow the most set pattern imaginable. Pretty unlikely you take damage. Though I've done it before, I'm not saying it's like impossible or anything. Just, yeah, it's great. They're great enemies because they're very, very easy. I even more appreciate them on the womb and beyond. So, like I said, I can't go to this boss room yet unless I want to abandon the rest of the floor. Though I do have telepills, which means I could teleport out and then the doors would work fine. But I think I'll take that risk after beating the boss. Maybe there'll be a deal with the devil for me, or maybe nothing. Or maybe I'll go to the I Am Error room, which I wouldn't want to do now because I'd rather not abandon the rest of this floor, which has, you know, a whole boss item to get and an item room to get. So we get a soul heart from that. That's excellent. We have a shop here, which I will certainly go to. Of course, it'll probably be greed, but I may as well take that chance. I have a ton of keys. I have enough money to make a shop purchase completely worthwhile and completely possible. Lots of bombs. I also have damage, and okay. So what we get here is the battery, and what that does is it's time-based. So within a room, for every certain amount of time I spend in the room with enemies still being alive, my spacebar item can recharge up to 3 times per room, so up to 3 ticks per room. Which basically just, it synergizes well with everything except really the candle, or items that have no recharge. Okay, so we get the Whore of Babylon, which is when you're down to half of a red heart, which can have soul hearts on top of it, or it can have, you could have like no red hearts and only soul hearts. You get highly increased damage and speed. So it's a good item if you have it active. Otherwise, it's just kind of a thing you have that is kind of inconsequential. That was hard damage to avoid once I got myself in that situation. That was stupid. Bad damage. So this room has gone poorly, but there's a lot going on. That was also unnecessary damage. And this last night shouldn't be too hard, and wasn't too hard. I would love to be able to go to that boss challenge room, but I have too much health. Also, hemorrhaging soul hearts, which is never something you want to be doing. They're like the most valuable asset in the game, I'd say. Well, I mean, besides like damage and that kind of thing. Yeah, another key, just what I need. So, what I'm thinking I'll do is waste half of a red heart there. That was silly. Get infinite keys, essentially. No, I will play down to 1 red heart, and then go to that boss challenge room. And I'll also have a bunch of money to spend in the arcade in a minute. So let's see what's in the boss trap challenge room. Boss challenge, not boss trap. See what's in there, and see what we can do. Tears Up is completely worthless to me, as I already have max tears. So, still not seeing any range ups. I really need those range ups. Maybe I have it backwards and it makes it less likely that you get a range up. Which would be kind of awful. So essentially right now I'm looking for health to get back to full health, but I'm also looking for, say, a range uphill, or even coins gives me more keys that I don't need at any point in time ever. But I may as well get rid of my money, because it's worthless after this floor. Thanks for the health. And if I get more health than takes me to full health, I can play the blood bank some more, maybe get a blood bag, which is health up, 4 hearts of recovery, and speed up by 1. So it's a good item. Doesn't hurt to have at any point. Also doesn't hurt to have a skate hole from the Skull game, or I guess the $1 from the slot machine. But we're done here. I'll go fight the boss, use the telepills, see what trouble we can get ourselves into. Hopefully deal with the devil. Or 2, so that I can get rid of all of my health and have the Whore of Babylon active all the time. Was that worth it for half of a red heart? Maybe. 23 keys is a lot though, so we could possibly make a deal with the devil for, say, Guppy's Tail. That would only cost 1 red heart though, which doesn't help me. If one of the deals with the devil is 1 red heart, then there's no way I can get down to only 0 red hearts. We're fighting the Blue Mom here, and the Blue Mom spawns Wrath of the Lamb enemies, which means it's just generally a tougher, more annoying, more painful fight for everyone. It may or may not have more health, I don't know. But there you saw the battery activate, giving me 1 tick of charge, but then I immediately took a hit, which took me down, or up to almost a full charge, and now I have a full charge for completing the room. As seems to be the trend we've been getting, I forgot. Tears Ups, which don't affect me. 8 balls, Tears Up, and a Tarot card. Tarot card is the Fool, which teleports me to the spawn room for the floor. But I'm going to use my telepills now. Took me to the secret room. And hopefully we'll see a deal with the devil when we walk back in. If not, well, oh well. It was kind of worth it. I mean, I could have gotten to the I Am Error room, which could have given me some good stuff. Or I could have just, like happened, gotten nothing. There's no deal with the devil, unfortunately. So we'll just take the Fool and continue on. This way has a lot of termini. I always do that. But I expect this to be a likely path to the boss. I also chose it because it is immediately adjacent to the secret room, which is something I'd like to access. And immediately I figure I had no reason to want to access that, because it's pretty much useless. Okay, so this is only tricky because of the Bloodshot Eye, which I killed quickly enough that it wasn't a big deal. Though it was definitely something that I was worried about. Poison Touch, I will take. And I'll use a Book of Belial. Oh yeah, if you use an item like the Book of Belial, or if you pause, just anything that you hold over your head at the start of a challenge room or boss challenge room, it spawns all the waves at once. Although I feel like there was a wave missing there. So, I don't know. It definitely spawns multiple waves at once. Okay. So it spawns multiple waves at once, possibly all waves at once. Which was okay. Probably saved me time. So what the poison touch, the virus, does is when an enemy touches me, it takes a lot of damage and becomes poisoned, which will also do a lot of damage. So for most enemies, it'll kill them in one hit. But beyond that, it's very useful against every enemy or boss. Like if you take a hit, you can just walk into enemies while you're invincible. Though that does take specific timing, or you're likely to get hit again. Still, it's a good strategy that can work out. And I found the boss room on the first try. Thanks everyone for pointing me in that direction, since I usually choose left or down, as I've explained before. Coins don't give me keys anymore, but that's okay, because I have more than enough keys. When we fight Death, Death will drop another cube of meat, which will give me a level 3 meat boy, and what that does is it stops rotating around me and it becomes a little guy that walks around and takes a bite out of crime. Basically, he just stands on enemies, doing damage. And he does good damage, but sometimes he's a moron. And that's the essentials of him. One day, the horse will die, and magically I didn't get hit there. We got to deal with the devil. Hopefully the pact is one of the items there. No, the items are totally useless. So now, Super Meat Boy, my Meat Boy is no longer rotating and shooting with me, which means that I'm the only source of damage for the enemies. So my range is once again more crippled. That could be bad. Most likely not too bad. Meat Boy there also pushes bombs around if you give him the opportunity. Sometimes he goes a little bit out of his way, which is annoying. And it can be damaging to you. Well, that wasn't really worth it, but I guess I have 20 bombs. So I will check out the library here. Maybe I can get something good. More likely than not, I won't. But I may as well check it out, considering I have 24 keys. Double Duke of Flies was a good draw, very easy room. And in the library we have a Book of Shadows, which is actually a pretty good pickup, and we have the Anarchist Cookbook again, which is never a good pickup almost. Book of Shadows would give me invincibility, the same as the Polaroid or the Celtic Cross. Recharge every 3 rooms. And I mean, that's all there is to it. The invincibility is good. I might actually go back and take that, because that's just more invincibility when I take hits, and it also allows me to abuse Poison Touch a little bit. So I think I will take that, which is kind of why I used Book of Belial there. So I can just walk into enemies with the Book of Shadows in order to activate Poison Touch on them without having to take damage. But I also get the chance to avoid a lot of damage just due to the fact that getting hit a couple times will recharge it, or just taking, like, I don't know, 30 seconds or however long it takes to get 3 bars charged from the battery, and then taking 1 hit. That'll also recharge it. Basically, it's very easy to get recharged with my setup. Now, if only I had the 9-volt as well, I'd be set for life. Almost took another hit there, but I didn't. Meat Boy finished off that charger. Going down. Let's do this the easier way. I can still shoot, but I don't really think I'll need to. And there's that completed. I may or may not have chosen the correct way to the boss. I don't know. But this is a tricky room. With the Freds and the things that dig in the ground. It seems that, nope, we did pick the correct path to the boss. Which is good. Slightly less time I have to take. Slightly less rooms I have to. Fewer rooms I have to battle through. I took dumb damage there against the Mama Guts. And, yeah, this fight is going to be interesting. Meat Boy, you do your thing. That was really bad damage that I can't necessarily afford. I wouldn't mind Celtic Cross giving me some invincibility, but using my spacebar effect to get some good poison touch going here. I don't think it actually affects Mom's Heart at all, because Mom's Heart can't damage you by touching you, so it may not work. That was an unfortunate bomb. It didn't take out, well, it took out one knight and not the Faceless Knight, which is pretty much the important one. But Meat Boy can handle them, fortunately. He couldn't really handle the Faceless Knight. Oh, Meat Boy, you're about to ruin my day, but then you didn't. This fight's going reasonably well, I guess. But I'm low on health. Of course, I have my 1-up. That's not necessarily a good thing. In a lot of cases, that'll just mean an extra time for me to die. So next time we'll be using Maggie, which is kind of the opposite. Not all the damage in the world, but lots of health to start. Could be decent, could not be. Who knows? Up to the cathedral, where I'll see what's in this here item room. Secret room, rather. Read? Yeah, no thanks. I'm gonna go down here. I'm also gonna use a bomb to get to this, because that could give me something nice, could get me back to full health at least. Pill bombs are key. Yeah. I have more than enough keys, and bombs can be used defensively, where keys cannot. Oh look, another key. Well, it's given me everything but health. You, luck up. Yeah, well, I did get that luck down, so I guess I'm now back positive. Yeah, what I need here is health. Still health, because that's not what you're giving me, if you were unaware. Judas doesn't look happy anymore. Oh, look, the dollar, just what I needed. The dollar, of course, gives me 99 cents, which is just short of $1 in, I'd assume all currencies that use something they call $1, but I don't know for sure. It's sure that way in America, and I believe Canada. Oh no. Well, may as well make the best of this. Probably dying here, and then retrying to die again. Or maybe not. I could make it out. Oh, or not. So we, this time we get champion, which I should just focus on because they'll all blow each other up and it'll be great. Gotta get poison on the greeds. Oh my god, I took another hit. Definitely went really badly in this room, but it's gotta be due to range. We do find the boss room, but there's like literally no chance of success on the boss if we even make it out of this room. Which I wouldn't even close to guarantee. I wouldn't even pretend to do so. Thought I would take a hit there. Fortunately, my dodging is pro, MLG pro. Sometimes. And the horse should go down soon. We get one more health back. And we go in to fight Isaac. Max tears means he will return a lot of tears at me. Get in there. When I get hit again, I'll just have to I was about to get hit anyway. So I'll just do this. And it probably won't do much. I'll probably die very soon. Celtic Cross hasn't been doing too much for me. Yeah, I'm about to die. There it is. Yeah. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.